1800 hours Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan, the news read by Muhammad Zubair Khan. First, the headlines. Special meeting of Federal Cabinet is underway in Islamabad with Prime Minister in the chair to take the participants into confidence about the foreign letter. Prime Minister Imran Khan addresses the nation this evening. Minister for Information and Broadcasting has said Prime Minister is a player who would fight till the last ball. Security forces have killed 4 terrorists during intense exchange of fire in South Waziristan. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, Indian troops in their fresh act of state terrorism martyred 2 youth in Srinagar today. Russia says there is no breakthrough during the latest rounds of talk held between delegations from Moscow and Kyiv in Istanbul. And now the news in detail. Special meeting of the Federal Cabinet is underway in Islamabad with Prime Minister Imran Khan in the chair. The Prime Minister will take the participants of the meeting into confidence about the foreign letter he talked about at a public gathering in Islamabad encompassing threats to his government. Prime Minister Imran Khan has announced to share the document that carries threats to his government with representatives of the allied parties and the top journalists. Addressing the inauguration ceremony of e-passport in Islamabad today, he said this decision has been taken following aspersions were cast on the document. He categorically stated that this threatening document is not a drama but real. He said, keeping in view national interests, we cannot completely tell the public about the foreign elements behind the document. Imran Khan said moving the no confidence motion is a democratic right, but the one moved against him is a conspiracy from abroad. He said these foreign elements are not used to a leadership in Pakistan which protects and keeps supreme the national interests. Alluding to the launch of e-passport, the Prime Minister said it carries various security checks and will facilitate our people, especially the overseas Pakistanis, at the airports. He said overseas Pakistanis are our precious asset and because of them there have been record remittances of $31 billion. In his remarks, Interior Minister Sheikh Rashid Ahmed said validity of passport has been extended from 5 to 10 years to facilitate the overseas Pakistanis. He said 88 new Nadra centers have been established across the country over the last few years. He said it is because of the launch of drone service that terrorist activities have been foiled in the federal capital this month. Prime Minister Imran Khan addresses the nation this evening. This has been stated by Interior Minister Sheikh Rashid Ahmed while talking to media in Islamabad this afternoon. The Interior Minister further said the Prime Minister will not bow before anti-Pakistan elements who do their politics with foreign money. He said that the nation will not forgive those who accept foreign money to harm Pakistan's interests. The Interior Minister said content of foreign letter were presented before cabinet members who reposed their complete trust in the leadership of Prime Minister. Minister for Information and Broadcasting Chaudhry Fawad Hussain says Prime Minister Imran Khan is a player who would fight till the last ball. In a tweet, he said there is no question of resignation by the Prime Minister and friends and foes would eventually witness the fight. Muttahida Qawmi Movement Pakistan has announced its separation from the government and to support joint opposition's no confidence motion against Prime Minister Imran Khan. NQM Pakistan leader Khalid Maqbool Siddiqui made this announcement at a news conference along with PMLN President Shehbaz Sharif, PPP Chairman Bilawal Bhutto Zardari, JUIF Chief Maulana Fazlur Rahman, Balochistan Awami Party leader Khalid Maksi and Balochistan National Party Mangal Chief Akhtar Mangal in Islamabad this evening. This is Radio Pakistan. President Dr. Arif Alvi says Pakistan supported the peaceful use of space technology and stressed achieving self-reliance in satellite navigation is significant for the country. Addressing the concluding ceremony of 3-day International Conference on Space 2022 in Islamabad today, he called for revision of global space laws in pursuit of activities for peaceful purposes. President Alvi emphasized the world needed to understand that science without the approach of compassion and humanity was of little use for mankind. He said India's irresponsible attitude is a big threat to the region's security, adding that the open sale of uranium in the country was a point of concern. The President also termed as highly responsible the recent incident where India's unguided missile was launched towards Pakistan's airspace. He said after Russia, Pakistan was the first country in Asia that sent a satellite to outer space and also achieved nuclear deterrence in short span of 7 years after India conducted its so-called peaceful atomic explosion in 1974. The Economic Coordination Committee of Cabinet has approved provision of indigenous gas for 2 urea plants with a direction to expedite the process of shifting plants on system gas within 1 month. The ECC, which met in Islamabad today with Finance Minister Shaukat Fayaz Tareen in the chair, also approved over 17 billion rupees as supplementary grant for various departments. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi met his Russian Federation counterpart Sergei Lavrov in China today. In the context of the discussions held during Prime Minister Imran Khan's recent visit to Moscow and their own telephonic conversation earlier this month, the two foreign ministers reviewed bilateral relations and exchanged views on the regional situation. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi shared Pakistan's principled position on the situation in Ukraine, including cessation of hostilities, provision of humanitarian assistance, and efforts for a solution through dialogue and diplomacy. He expressed the hope that talks between Russia and Ukraine would succeed in finding a diplomatic solution. Shah Mahmood Qureshi also conveyed Pakistan's readiness to reinforce efforts for a diplomatic solution, including through the OIC platform. Security forces have killed 4 terrorists during intense exchange of fire in Makeen area of South Waziristan. In a statement, ISPR said 2 security personnel, including Captain Saad bin Amir and Lance Naik Riaz, also embraced Shahadat. The statement said Pakistan Army is determined to eliminate the menace of terrorism, and such sacrifices of brave officers and soldiers will further strengthen their resolve. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, Indian troops in their fresh act of state terrorism martyred 2 youth, including a young journalist, in Srinagar today. The troops martyred the journalist Rais Ahmed Butt and another youth, Bilal Ahmed Rah, during a cordon search operation in Rainawari area of Srinagar. Rais is among 20 journalists who fell to Indian state terrorism while performing their duties since the onset of present phase of the ongoing liberation struggle in 1989. In another brutal act, a fast-moving Indian army vehicle deliberately crushed to death 2 civilians and injured another in Bulgam area of Baramulla district today. Meanwhile, people staged protest demonstrations at Bhatindi crossing in Jammu against demolition of their dwellings in the name of anti-encroachment drive by the authorities. Russia has said there is no breakthrough during the latest round of talks between delegations from Moscow and Kyiv in Istanbul. Addressing a news conference in Moscow, Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said that Ukraine submitted its written proposals during the discussions in Istanbul, but it cannot be said that there has been something promising or any breakthroughs. Meanwhile, the United Nations Refugee Agency has said more than 4 million Ukrainians have fled the country since the beginning of war. It said an estimated 6.5 million people have also been displaced from their homes within Ukraine. And finally, the weather report. Mainly hot and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. However, gusty and dust-raising winds are likely in central and southern areas in the afternoon. And now once again, the headlines. Special meeting of Federal Cabinet is underway in Islamabad with Prime Minister in the chair to take the participants into confidence about the foreign letter. Prime Minister Imran Khan addresses the nation this evening. Minister of Information and Broadcasting has said Prime Minister is a player who would fight till the last ball. Security forces have killed 4 terrorists during intense exchange of fire in South Waziristan. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, Indian troops in their fresh act of state terrorism martyred 2 youth in Srinagar today. Russia says there is no breakthrough during the latest rounds of talks between delegations from Moscow and Kyiv in Istanbul. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, please log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.